If you guys need any cards, packs, sleeves, anything of that nature, shop on TCG Player using my affiliate link in the description. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of What Are They Cooking, the series where I showcase all of your wacky ideas. People keep asking for the deck lists in these videos, so I guess in the future, if you want to submit a replay, first thing, go down into the Discord link in the description, go to the Edison Format Replays channel, post a replay there. If you also are okay with leaking your deck list along with your replay submission, then I guess you can just post your deck list with it, and I'll feature them at the end of the video or something. We'll do a quick pass through. I don't really want to do some kind of in-depth profile on all of them, but yeah, if you want to do that, you're free to do that. It's not required. If you just want to post the replay, that's fine, and we'll just not have the deck list. But I'll showcase the deck list that I do have from now on. So just listen to your feedback there a little bit on that one. Now, we have, of course, some extraordinary replays today, as always, starting off here with a Hero Kid, Turbo Hero Kid Synchro. I don't know what we really want to call it, but right off the bat, we can see we're using Reinforced Truth along with Junk Synchron. So Reinforced Truth is cool. It can summon Hero Kids straight from the deck, and then all of a sudden, you got 3 Hero Kids on the board. So that's pretty good. I wonder, maybe, would it be possible to make a 60 card version of Hero Kid? It's just it's such a problem if you draw them, right? It is such a problem. If you just draw some Hero Kids, the Hero Kid actually gets orange lighted. There's ways we can work around it, though. We have Avarice to help put back the Hero Kids that you might get out of deck, so that they're not useless after that, I guess. Right now, we're just going to Junk Synchron and bring back Hero Kid. Unfortunately, Junk Synchron negates the effects of the monsters it summons, so the Hero Kid's not going to get to summon more. So we're just going to have to Android pass. That's perfectly decent in this situation. The opponent is playing some kind of weird Magical Merchant Lightsworn thing with Dimalk. I don't know. We're going to Reinforce Truth, summon some Hero Kids. We're playing Sasuke Samurai number 2? What is... Oh, you can get this off Reinforced Truth, and it's like a searchable Cold Wave. That's very funny. That's pretty cool. I see why it's there. So we're going to Creature Swap, and then we're going to hit in with all our big dudes. Opponent's going to have to go in here with the Dimalk and the Soul of Purity, I think. Well, at least with the Soul of Purity. Alright, we're summoning the Dimalk and the Soul of Purity. We're going to hit into the set monster. It's the Magical Merchant that got taken, so we're going to mill. We find an Instant Fusion. Wonder what that is for. I guess we just have, Junk Synchron, and then also we can Reinforce Truth for the Jute Fighter level 2 warrior dude. We're going to Brain Control here. Opponent pretty much has to Honest or they're dead. So they do that, and they're alive. And we can't Avarice just yet. Actually, we could Avarice if we wanted, right? And we're going to do it now. Okay. So, if we draw, anything, or don't draw anything, the opponent's just dead here. This is the least suspenseful Avarice ever, actually. But Instant Fusion plus Junk Synchron is just going to make sure it's GG. We can go RDA, we make Stardust, alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anything wins the game from there. So, on to game number 2. We're also on Spined Gilman, so that means we're playing Divas as well in here. We're on Spined Gilman. We are on that Jute Fighter, as I pointed out before. Looks like we're also playing Neospacian Granmole, and Econ lets you convert the Hero Kids that you summon, I guess, so that's decent. Opponent's just going to flip up a Raikou, hit the set monster, going to hit him with both. We're going to eat some damage, probably, but then main phase 2, we're going to try to kill it, but it's a Reinforced Truth. The Reinforced Truth is going to summon a Hero Kid, summon the other Hero Kid, so we could maybe do some kind of play with Econ here. We're just going to switch them both and hit over. That's probably correct. And we could set Econ. I think it's probably better to hold on to it, though. Opponent summons Dimalk. They hit over our Spiny Boy. He is dead. We can take this with Econ and try to Synchro with it. Let's hit for 18 first. The opponent does have a call set. That could definitely be scary. We're going to make a Stardust. Stardust with no back row, though, so it's like a weak Stardust. Opponent's going to call back the Christia, and now we're in a bit of a rough spot because we're getting the crap beat out of us. There's a Christia on board. We can out it, though, with Granmole or Smashing Ground. We're just going to Smashing Ground, summon the Cyber Dragon, summon the Granmole, just bounce back the Lila for tempo, I guess, and pass the turn. How many fairies are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Christia is not even close to being live. You would need to summon an Enrage or something for Christia to get live from that point. I guess a Big Beckoning could maybe somehow do it. But we're mill 2 more. So now Christia's just dead the rest of the game. We don't have to worry about that card. Let's see. The opponent doesn't have a lot. Are they out of Raikous? Why didn't they just set a Hamster? Yeah, why did they? I guess it would just get it would just get Grand Mold back, so it's better to just get the mills. Although in this Christia build, the mills aren't actually worth that much because all your boss monsters are already set up, so it's like, what's even the point? You're just milling yourself out. So we're going to go for Diva. We have Instant Fusion. This should just be lethal because we go into Arcanite Magician. All right, so that's Hero Kid Turbo. Next match we have is actually... this is like some GOAT format level stuff going on here. We're playing Elemental Mistress Doriado. Now, for those of you who don't know, Elemental Mistress Doriado is a ritual monster that is treated as being all 4 attributes while it's on the field. So we can use it with Furin Kazan, which is like just a... you can choose any one of these 4 really ridiculous effects and resolve it. So it's like Regeki, Feather Duster, Duo, Pot of Greed. So Furin Kazan, very good if you can resolve it. It's just like a very difficult payoff to achieve, but Elemental Mistress Doriado will get us there. Like, for example, if we could summon it here, we could just like rip all 4 cards out of our opponent's hand. It would be pretty good. We need to get to it though. Opponent did one of these plays that I hate that Lightsworn players do, where they Sark for JD with like no setup. They're just like very optimistic Lightsworn players that think they're going to get there in 2 turns based on literally nothing. So yeah, we're going to go prep though because we milled the Doriado's Blessing. There's also a Relinquished in here, so it's an alternative game plan I guess you could go for. But I think we're going to summon it now because we have 2 Furid Kazans in our hand. We're going to summon Sork as well, so we're just going to go in for damage. You could actually just like double duo them right now. Rip 4 of their 6 cards. I don't know if that's particularly wise though. Opponent goes summon the Garoth. We're going to Furin Kazan. We're just going to Furid Kazan to Raigeki them. And that's enough. Okay. I guess they are dead, technically. So Barako Jama going to be going second in this game. Nice name, by the way. Top tier DB name. Most DB names are so bad. Thank God. All right, so opponent's starting off. They got some recharge. They got a Gold Sark. I think a Sark for JD again. Yeah. This time they actually have like the hand to justify Sarking for JD, because they could just go Lumina, bring back Lila, and mill like 6 cards, so there's no way JD won't be live. Yeah. We just full pass because our hand doesn't do anything. Opponent just goes in, summoning a bunch of things. I don't know why Arcus is in defense, because we have 2 Honest in our hand. Hard to see how we lose this, actually. Wait, but if we resolve Furin Kazan, we can Raigeki their whole field, which would be pretty good. It wouldn't be great, though. It's, like, not enough. Okay, we could prep. We could prep and then use Jin to summon the Doriado. Wait, which Jin is this? Is this the good one? Yeah, this is the one that says no special summon. So they're under Vanity's Emptiness or something. Yeah, they have to kill the Doriado, but they got a problem, which is they get Raigeki'd by the Furin Kazan. So all 4 monsters are gone. They get to draw 1 off the Trooper, and they draw exactly what they need, which is a copy of what am I saying? Solar Recharge to keep going. Now there's an issue. They can't special summon, so they can't summon JD. But even if they could summon JD, they'd be in serious danger of just decking out. But yeah, main problem is they can't summon JD. They can't summon JD. They're under Jin Lock, so we're just going to wait for our opponent to deck out because they're out of ways to deal with the Doriado. We Furin Kazan again in draw phase, Raigekiing their whole field just in case there's a Raikou there, which I think the Raikou would actually just cause them to deck out, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Lightsworn player decking out. It was the standard back in 2010. Things have not changed. So Elemental Mistress Doriado, Furin Kazan Turbo. I wonder if we're also playing Elemental Burst. That's a trap that lets you tribute all 4. Does that even work? Can you tribute Doriado for Elemental Burst? It tributes all 4 to like destroy all cards the opponent controls or something. It's not as good as Furin Kazan, but it's like maybe a thing, because like if you don't draw Furin Kazan with the Doriado, then Doriado doesn't do anything. So, but in these games we did draw the Furin Kazan, so we got to Raigeki the opponent a bunch. Very cool. Next match we've got Batteryman. Let's go. I have legitimately I've tried to make Batteryman work, and I've just like been frustrated with it and given up. But we're gonna see what Mr. Chaos Batteryman, very fitting name by the way, can do with his Batteryman list. I feel like Batteryman and Edison, they're just 1 pack away from having so many good cards, but they're just not quite there. Industrial Strength is such a powerful boss monster, but you need more like just non-crappy main deck Batteryman monsters. Anyway, opponent's going to use Mausoleum, so they're playing the Roanoke Gear Town Frog thing. So they're going to bring out Gadgetron Lad, a very scary combination here. We're going to eat 3k to the face. Opponent sets compulsory. So we're going to use the Mausoleum to summon Caius and then hit over. Probably shouldn't have set this compulsory because you can't really use it under the lad and it's just going to get wiped. So we get wiped here. Oh, lad targets before it goes off, which means the grave was empty, so they can't even bring back the Gadgetron. That is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. All right, we hit in. Gore's going to be dropped at this point, though. So we're just going to set Hamster. Pretty good. Typhoon's being used. Treacherous. That's so obnoxious. Oh, my God. How do we come back from this? We're down so much. They summon Charger special out of Batteryman D. It's like more like Batteryman Dupe Frog, but, you know, worse because it doesn't float or anything, and it's only 1900, etc., etc. We have a brain control. Why shouldn't we just breaker our own Gear Town? Maybe we want to clear the Raikou first. They're actually going to Raikou their own Gadgetron. So I guess they wanted to clear the Raikou first, but now we're just losing to Honest. Wait, how much? This thing gains like some arbitrary amount for every Batteryman on the field, right? So that must have been lethal. All right, game 2. Actually, wait, we were playing Treacherous. I kind of overlooked the fact that this Batteryman deck doesn't play Traps. How are we not playing Traps? What is in here instead of Traps? Okay, I guess we're going to find out. So Raikou, not going to target the back row. We're actually going to target the Machina Gear Frame, but it just gets compulsed back to the hand. Okay, this is a really huge Tragodia. Unfortunately, it eats a Caius. We can go for Breaker on the back row that gets Chain Book of Moon, reset the Hamster, but that's like kind of fine if we don't attack into it. Just gonna pass. Now we got the Gear Beast. The Gear Beast is big and scary. It's just gonna run over all these things. But in the main phase, we have a Treacherous Trap Hole, which is going to take out both the Fortress and the Gear Beast. That's a really value Treacherous. The Breaker's gonna hit in, but it's gonna run into a Batteryman D. Okay, we set a Solemn. We're going to just flip up Ironwall because we know Industrial Strength and stuff require to banish monsters from the graveyard to be summoned. Now we're going to bring out another Gear Beast. So probably going to have to commit the Cyber Dragon at this point. No, we're just going to set another Hamster. Is the plan to just book the... No, we're not going to book the Gear Beast either. We're just going to take this. Well, now we can go for Cyber Dragon, surely. Never mind, we just get limited and killed. Alright, well, game number... Actually, that's weird. This build is playing Limiter. Is this even the Frog version? I haven't seen a Frog yet. I must have evaluated this wrong. This is actually just like Ancient Gear, Gear Machina, with Lad and Mausoleum. I think that's kind of what it seems like. So the opponent's gonna flip up the Super Nimble Mega Hamster, get the Raikou. I thought it could have been like Machina Frogs, I guess, since that's the thing Ryanite does, but I don't think there's any frogs. We haven't seen any frogs yet, and they're on like the Starlight Road is a dead giveaway of not frogs, right? Frogs would never even side that card. That's completely nuts. So we're doing Gear Town plays. Going to summon a Gadgetron. Gadgetron's going to hit over. We're going to equip. We're going to set Starlight Road. Raikou, target, but the Gear Frame just protects it. We could have hit over with Honest, but we opt not to. Going to maybe try to make our opponent lose tempo on their turn instead. So the Honest going to be used here. What's this thing gain? It gains 300 for each... Batteryman except Batteryman Charger, so it doesn't count itself or other copies of itself. Wait, what? It does count itself? Oh no, it just gains 300 for each Thunder type. I must have read. This is different. It doesn't special summon itself, but it gains for itself. Okay, gains for every Thunder actually, so not even Batteryman. Lad's gonna be summoned. That's scary. We need to out that somehow. How do we out that actually? We don't have Microcell activates twice, I guess. And we can flip up the Kree to burn one of them. So that gets the Lad down to 18. We can summon Charger, but if they just Judgment this, they win the game, right? Or, like, pretty much? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no, wait, we Mausoleum summon to the Charger. Okay, they can't Judgment the summon of Batteryman Charger then because we used their Mausoleum to summon it. So now it's going to attempt to activate. The opponent's Lad's going to drop, and we're going to hit over for 800 exactly. Wow, that's hilarious. I can't believe they got out of that one. So Batteryman's actually going to take it. All right, very impressive because I've never managed to win a game with Batterymen before. We didn't see Industrial Strength dropped once, by the way, and that's like the best card. I guess Charger's pretty good too. So yeah, next match. This one we have Chaos Fairy up against Valou Turbo. I think this might be a ladder game. So they go for Greffer. Not going to Orange Light that. I think post-board you should always Orange Light that because of DDV. But pre-board, you can maybe just get away with letting it fly. So here we're going to go get back the Angel. We're going to drop Gores, presumably. And yeah, Gore's Heavy Storm should just be the end. They can Judgment that, but we could just hit over one of these. They'll deprison. They didn't deprison. Interesting. Okay. Maybe you should have just set the Trooper. Ah, they scoop it up. All right. That was fast. That was really fast. Okay, game number 2. I don't know if they needed to scoop that quickly. I mean, it was bad. It was definitely bad. Like the Gore's Heavy Storm, very lethal combination of cards there. So we're gonna start. We're gonna set ZD Warrior Lady. Opponent's going to summon into an Armageddonite. Just send the Valou. Hits in. We should probably not banish this because it's way too free to take out. I don't know why we didn't set the Kree turn 1. Because we could just go ham here if we had set the Kree turn 1. But instead now we have to kind of like play around stuff. We hit in. The opponent's just gonna Typhoon it now. Yeah. And Brain Control. They should have taken the DD Warrior Lady, right? Why would you take the Dimmalk? I guess they just want to hit over and then Tribute Summon Sirakos. It's kind of the same thing. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like you could have just done it the other way. Maybe they wanted to play around Honest. I guess. Could that have been it? That's a possibility. So we go Trooper Mill. How many fairies does that put us to? 2 fairies. I don't think you should side Consecrated in against Valou. It's like pretty much only for Blacklings and maybe Welladad is where I'm at on that card. Anyway, there could be some other weird stuff that I'm not thinking of that you bring Consecrated in versus, but yeah, Sirocco's going to hit over the card Trooper. We drop Trag though. It's a big Trag, 3,000. We hit in. We probably get Mirror Force to no. This dude just doesn't want to use his battle traps when it's completely free to do so, I guess. I mean, you can just drop Dad. Yeah, that's pretty good. So now what? They Value out, make Stardust, and then you can't Orange Light. You shouldn't have Orange Light because Stardust will just negate it. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, it's kind of bad either way because, yeah, but we dropped Christia. Okay, that's pretty good. Maybe should have added back Dimmalk though, because we could have summoned the Dimmalk and then swung into this Mirror Force, and then we could have floated into Chaos Sork. But we just lose now. Yeah, I don't know. That was a rough one either way with the Dad Stardust, because then it turns off our Orange Light and stuff. Okay, we got a good hand, though. Very good hand. Allure, Banish, Fader. We still have a Fader. We set Sangan. Okay, so this way, even if they set something with Tribute Caius, it's really good. Caius should get us just like a Dimmalk. Yeah, very nice. And then we hit in. No Gores or anything, so we're absolutely chilling in this game. We set Book of Moon. Our opponent draws Gores for turn, because of course they do. We draw Knock. So I guess the side is a little different from my build. I don't think I sided Knock. I think my logic was just like, we have Caius, so we don't need it. But I think 1 Knock could be fine in the side, probably. We also have like Mind Con and Orange Light and stuff for Hamster. So the opponent is going in with the Greffer here. Going to send the Necrogarden, send a Valou. Then we Rhoda for Armageddonite. And the Armageddonite will let us send the other half of the Valou. So we're just playing like the back row is nothing, like hoping it's Decree. It is a Book of Moon, but Book of Moon isn't fantastic here. We can add back pretty much anything. We have Battle Fader. We add back another Battle Fader just to buy time here. We're going to go Crash Herald. This should get, what, a DD Warrior Lady? No, we just get another Shining Angel. So they drop Dad. Yeah, but we can Orange Light this time because they weren't able to make Stardust first. The Plague gets Book of Moon when it hits the field. And now we switch everything? I feel like you should try to run them out of Recruiters here because there's only 2 left in the deck, right? Well, we draw Christia, which, yeah, if you'd run over this, they wouldn't have been on 4 fairies exactly either. And the opponent just scoops to the Christia, which, I don't know, you still have like a bunch of stuff, but none of it does anything to Christia, I guess. But you have like a Gardna, you could maybe draw Caius eventually or something. What do you add back here? You could add back Orange Light, but it wouldn't be live. I don't know. Game seemed... It was definitely bad for the Value player at that point. But yeah. All right, that was Chaos Fairy. So those are all the replays we had for you today. Let's go ahead and cut and look at the deck lists that I do have available. It won't be all of them, probably. It'll just be 1 or 2. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.